It's a proven fact. Fish love structure. They use it as a source of protection, a place to find food and lay their eggs. It's built into their genetics. Structure is not just one important tool when looking to attract and hold fish. Structure is everything. Le Dredge Outdoors has spent over 7 years and thousands of hours designing and perfecting reel weeds, the highest quality and extremely portable artificial weed structure. Now you no longer have to depend on natural weeds that start dying at the onset of winter or chase schools of fish on barren lake bottoms. Simply add reel weeds to your fishing arsenal and prepare to create an instant fish magnet that will significantly increase your chances of success. Many fishing enthusiasts and professionals alike have already used reel weeds. The following clips were taken from the show In-Depth Outdoors, showing the effectiveness of reel weeds, the quality, portable, artificial structure.
Now that we're out here in this basin, there's very little cover on the bottom. And the big advantage of using this artificial structure, our grandfathers, they used to sink Christmas trees, and that wasn't mobile. I mean, if the fish didn't come to that tree, you were kind of out of luck. With this artificial structure, these reel weeds, you're able to put it where you want it. And out here in this basin, with really nothing to gather and hold these fish, when you're able to drop down this artificial structure where you want it, you can pull fish to yourself. Got him! Yeah! That fish came through the reel weeds. Just a little guy, but he's a scrapper. All right, buddy. The water clarity is so good, you can really see how these fish will relate to these reel weeds. We just got them on the outside of the ice house here, and they'll hide in those reel weeds. And as soon as they see that jig come down, they basically just ambush it. They come flying out from behind those reel weeds. And really, what makes them so effective, when you think about it, as an ice angler, we're so restricted in the area we fish. Right now, I'm fishing an 8-inch diameter hole. That's basically the entire water column that I can target. It's not that way in the summer. In the summer, fishing 3 feet over is just a flip cast away. 30 feet over, I can make a long cast. I can present my bait out and away from my location. But when you're ice fishing, you're so confined. And that's what makes this whole concept of artificial structure so appealing. You're able to place these reel weeds around the hole you're fishing and pull fish closer to you. And when you're ice fishing, I mean, if you can get a fish within a foot of your hole and no closer, it doesn't do you any good. You're not going to be able to catch that fish. So anything that pulls fish or bait fish tighter and closer to you is a huge advantage when you're out here on the ice. What we've done is we've isolated an area on the lake here where we're catching most of the fish. It took quite a while to bounce around from all the holes we had punched to really localize the general area where these bluegill were holding. And now that we've found that area, what we're going to do is drop these artificial weeds, these reel weeds, down in this area to hold these roaming fish. And because the water's so clear, I'm actually able to put the reel weeds outside of my house and fish inside. I've got the hole where I'll actually fish on this side of the shack, so it's right inside that cup of those reel weeds. And I can see that entire arrangement of artificial structure real easy on my underwater camera. I would assume that we've got at least 15-20 foot visibility, particularly in the shallow water. You've got a great depth of field. Now what we're hoping to do is get a bunch of bluegills clustered around those artificial weeds. And what that does is, instead of having those fish roam through, we're able to...
Le Dredge Outdoors has captured hundreds of hours of video using its teaser leader, camera cable structure on a string, and clip-on structure. Whether you're out fishing for walleyes, bluegill, perch, crappies, northerns, or basically any fish that prefers the refuge and the hunting environment of weeds, reel weeds will help produce the results every fisherman is looking for. The set or formation possibilities are endless. The creators of reel weeds have found that the best comparison when considering how to set up your reel weeds is to think of a set of decoys for duck hunting. Know the territory, know where the majority of the fish may be coming from, and use reel weeds to funnel them right into your jig or lure. Anyone who has ever used an underwater camera knows how much it has improved the enjoyment and success of fishing. Get the most out of your camera and use it to its full potential. By attaching Ledredge's camera cable structure, you will be amazed at how fish will actually be attracted to your camera. The camera cable structure takes away the spooking factor by camouflaging both the cable and the camera, and it also creates instant weed structure to bring the fish to you. The inventors of reel weeds know fish, and they understand how much fish cannot resist the temptation of a vertical stack of bait fish. Well, the teaser leader mimics everything from a school of bait fish to a recent larvae hatch, and your baited hook is connected to the bottom. In addition, fish see the teaser leader from a much farther distance than they would a single baited hook or jig, and they will come to investigate. The teaser leader is available in 2 series, ideal for open water applications, salmon downrigging, slip bobber fishing, winter tip-up fishing, and countless other applications. The structure on a string is a depth-adjustable system. It includes about 4 feet of weighted reel weed structure, 40 feet of cordage, an adjustable ice-free float, and a storage unit. Surround yourself with reel weeds and get ready for some action. The structure on a string comes in a 2-pack, the 5-pack weed bed, and the quad pack extreme, which provides an extra 2 feet of structure on every line. The storage system provides an effective and efficient means of storing your reel weeds. Simply wrap the cord and reel weeds around the storage system, insert the float and weights, and you're on your way. Some lakes have natural weeds and some don't, but nearly every lake or pond has vast areas where there are no weeds but lots of fish. Introduce reel weeds to these areas and you'll create the habitat fish want and need. The clip-on structure includes over 32 inches of reel weeds artificial foliage with a flotation device on the top to ensure a vertical presentation. It easily clips on both ends to allow for attachments of floating or sinkable fishing lights, docks, rafts, bait traps, and countless other applications, such as a backyard koi pond or optimizing fish reproduction and habitat. Reel weed certainly has its time and place. Whether we're talking about the teaser leader, camera cable structure, structure on a string, or the clip-on structure, reel weed's ease of use, portability, and rugged lifelike design make them a must-have for beginners and expert anglers alike.